Hello. This is a match I recently had. Wanted to kind of rewatch it and see a little bit of what's going on, so I'll do it at a little bit faster pace. Wow, that's really fast. Maybe we'll go back to regular. Good lord. Alright, so pretty standard move to start. And luckily, I found a ramping Gohan, which was nice. So playing other green decks can sometimes be a little weird because, well, especially this one, this is not what you would call a traditional green deck. It really doesn't want to ramp very much. It's very set in what it wants to do. Now right here I normally would block, but I was looking for a Gamma 2, hoping that I could ramp on my next turn by popping the energy marker, but it didn't go that way, unfortunately, but that's okay. Now, I actually recently added that Chilai in there, and it's mainly to stop other decks from, you know, essentially taking away my bigger things, like my Beast Gohans, my Brolys that you can see right there in my hand. So, I mean, that's, you know, kind of where we are with that. And of course, right when I didn't need one, or I guess not necessarily when I didn't need one, but right when I needed one the last turn, I pulled the card I need because, you know, that's how life goes. That's always fun. So right here I was trying to really defend life because I want, now that I have the stuff in hand I need to ramp, I need to kind of be smart with my life a little bit. See, so there's Giblet's big draw right there, is when it's able to basically restand energy, recycle energy, and it really helps them, like you see, to get a really, really significant hand. Now that was interesting. I had never actually seen somebody play Artificial Moon in a Giblet deck before, so that was weird. And there you go, I got my Beast Gohan, setting up for later. Alright, now we're going to start the rampy stuff. And since I have those Hercules in hand, I'm not super upset about utilizing kind of the one-cost Earthlings, like Pan, like Krillin, because, you know, I can always grab them back a little bit later if I need them. Now that kind of sucked. That's the one, I guess, drawback to the Gamma, is it's really a gamble. What is it really going to, you know, charge for you automatically? Which, you know, is good. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Gamma's a great card. You need it in this deck because you gotta ramp, you gotta get Gamma out. You know, if you want it to run smoothly, you need that Gamma out, and then you need a Gohan the next turn, which luckily we have two in hand, so we're not super worried. Yep, here he goes. The recycle. Now that's why I think this deck is not very good against Beast. Only because with that 7 cost, the promo rare, you can actually, you know, remove 4 costs and less, which is a lot of what Giblet runs, so not the worst. Yeah, I went ahead and charged that other, you know, now it's a Gamma 2 free-for-all, of course, because you don't need it at the time. That's the best part about it, I guess. And I am trying to get rid of those Raditz, because those Raditz can really bite you in the butt if you let them pile those up, because at end game he can just keep recycling those energies and then swinging 20 at you. And I was honestly shocked right there that he took that. That was kind of weird to me, but, you know. Now, I don't want to drop to 3 just yet, because theoretically I usually don't have a problem dropping to 3 if I know a deck doesn't have a triple strike, because, you know, I can always play that Broly BR and not only pretty much wipe their board, but also heal myself one, which is really annoying when you're playing against it. But when you're playing it, hey, it's it's the best thing in the world. It's the best, it's awesome when you're playing it, of course. So I always find that amusing, but what are you gonna do? Now I wasn't super upset about losing that one, only because I knew my next turn I was gonna be able to beast it out. And I had another one in hand, so I wasn't super worried about that one, but hey, At this point I was getting a little, not concerned, but my hand wasn't really where I would want it to be. But I mean, hey, what are you gonna do, right? There we go. Got rid of the double strike. That's always good. Get that out of there. Now, I was thinking about playing a Gohan, but it was nice to get back some cards. See, and this is where the Krillin really comes in handy, because I can stop that Giblet right there from attacking next turn. And then, of course, the standard Pan Searcher. See what I get. Ooh! Now, that is pretty crazy that Pan can actually get super combos. That's pretty cool. And now that I know, I'm here, it's time to start applying the pressure. Again, I was very shocked that he didn't put that to his blocker. I don't know if this person knows that the Broly BR double strike runs in this deck, but, that's always an interesting thing. And this is usually what I'm afraid of when we're running shallot decks. Just boom, that right there. Yeah, those Gohans can really creep up on you, man, if you're not paying attention. I maybe could have taken that and awakened a little bit, but, I went with what I went with. Again, this is pretty nice. Boom. Heal one, destroy his entire deck, or his entire field, pretty much. And then put that pressure on him, start getting cards out of his hand, because he's got a huge hand right now. Right there, he already used 2 super combos. So now that's pretty good. Now we know he only has 2 more in hand. Or not in hand, but he has 2 more in his deck. Potentially he could have them in his hand. He's got a gigantic hand, so, what are you going to do? And the good thing about this is, now I'm not super worried about taking hits, so I can replenish my hand a little bit and start getting ready to awaken. Preferably I would have liked another beast in hand, but hey, what are you going to do? And again, bam. That sucks. Yeah, that's always kind of a Debbie Downer. But look what we got. Hey! Again, I don't know what this player's mindset is sometimes, I think. We're right here, getting ready. Getting some more cards back in hand. Get them Krillins, those are always nice. Stop that Gohan from attacking next turn. Yep. And then, a little draw action. Never hurt nobody. Again, at this point, now that he's down, and there's his 3rd super combo. So now that he's kind of down, as far as, life is concerned, he's literally only got 1 life hanging in there. And I'm at 5 life, so at this juncture of the game, I'm actually not super worried about taking a double strike or really anything, because I don't think that he can really do much. other than play those big cards like that, right? So I'm going to let him do that. Get 20k more combo in hand. And now I can awaken. It's interesting how late I awakened in this game, in my opinion. It may be interesting to no one. But you know. Now I had that Goku in hand and I was like, you know what? I really don't need that. Because I already have that Broly Double Striker, so I mean, I'm not super worried. And right here again, I'm just getting ready to replenish my hand with a little bit more combo power. Alright, go back up to 4 life, so again, I'm not really worried. At this, I was a little worried about doing this, but honestly I was like, you know what, he's already used 3 super combos. I don't think he'll be able to get up this high. So let's see if I was right. Apparently. So there you go. That was how I played that match. I hope you enjoy it. I'm actually going to start doing more of these, so hope you guys enjoy. Alrighty. See you in the next one.